What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're out here in the driveway with the wide body Fiero. We're gonna clean it up and get it ready for Fierorama. As you can see, this thing has had daily driver use all summer. Haven't cleaned it in a few weeks and it is pretty dirty. The interior's messy. You can see it's all greasy there. Floors need to be vacuumed. Leather seats need to be cleaned and conditioned. Windows need to be cleaned. It's just a mess. So we're gonna do a nice deep clean on this car to get it ready to go. And then we have some maintenance to do on it. Have an oil change to do. And then we're just gonna kind of go through everything, make sure the suspension looks good, tires look good, cooling system, everything is full, and we're gonna be good for our road trip. Undecided on what I'm gonna do. I have to work Saturday. So I might leave Saturday after work and cruise out there and then go to the show on Sunday. Or I might just leave really early Sunday morning and head to the show. But either way, I will be there with this car. I think I'm gonna bring some stickers along with me and come up and say hi, and you can look at my beautiful, cheap, wide body Fiero.
How neat is that?
So, these are some of the products we're gonna be using. We've got some interior cleaner, our friends at Super Clean. We have their wheel cleaner, tire and trim dressing. I use this dip wash when I wash this car because this is actually Plasti Dip. Leather cream to condition the leather once we clean it. And then this dip coat, I put that on a couple times a year. Kind of makes it harder to scratch, makes it feel smoother. This Plasti Dip on here is a couple years old. So if you're gonna be at Fierorama, you can come up and you can see this car. You can see the 3800 swap, that's the cheap 3800 swap, because we did everything on a budget. You can see this car's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It does what I need it to do. Anyway, let's get to washing it. All right, it's clean. It's in the shop. I got it in here idling just to let the engine warm up, since I sprayed the engine down a little bit to get some of the dust and stuff off of it. Had a bunch of fibers from that exhaust wrap all over the engine from fixing that exhaust header, so we're gonna leave it in here. We're gonna let it dry for a day or so, and then we will put the dip protectant on the outside and we'll clean the inside up really nicely. We'll shine the engine up so it looks all show ready. We'll get our wheels cleaned up a little better. That wheel cleaner left a little bit of streaking on those. We'll dress our tires and we'll be ready to go. Looking as good as this car is gonna look for a car show. Looks pretty decent right now for Plasti Dip. Tell you, one of these videos we need to go through and actually add up what I have into this car. I think I'll start adding that stuff up. But yeah, we're gonna let this dry and we'll be back on it probably tomorrow night. All right, so we're back out here in the shop with the car. It's been a few days since I washed it, so it should be good and dry. By a few days, I mean about a week. Looks good, everything turned out nice. Engine bay is nice and clean. So what we have to do now, get my stuff here out of the trunk. Gonna vacuum the trunk. Gonna shine up some things on the engine to make it look snazzy.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
And then we got to clean the interior, and we got to do this dip coat on top of the plasti dip just to give it a little protection. So like I said, it's been about a week since I cleaned this, and I set all these chemicals on the passenger seat. That makes sense.
You dumbass.
And I did not realize this interior cleaner has a crack in the bottom of the bottle. So got a couple spots on my seat that are messed up now where the colors come off of them.
No, God!
Hooray me.
That's pretty neat.
So don't leave chemicals sitting on your seat for a few days. I'm gonna let this dry out, and I'm gonna see, we have a guy that comes to the dealership who can do leather repair. I'm gonna see if he can re-dye it and maybe at least make it look a little bit better. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is, I guess.
Good, great, grand, wonderful.
So here in the interior, we gotta clean it up. We gotta clean the seats, clean the center console, door panels. We're gonna vacuum. I think I'm gonna take these mats out and just have the factory mats. I put these in to keep the factory mats nice when I drive it back and forth to work, but I've got my winter car back out. This has been not used as daily driver. So we'll get the carpets cleaned, everything wiped down with this interior cleaner, which apparently works so good it takes the color out of your seats. That makes sense. And then we got this tire trim care stuff that we can kind of wipe everything down with to make sure the dash and all that's protected. It shouldn't be too shiny.
Go.
And then we have this leather cream that I will do on the driver's seat right now, and then the passenger seat if I can get it repaired. Probably gonna wipe it down under the hood. You can see up here it's a little dusty. Probably wipe all that down, clean it up in here a little bit. Up here in front of the headlights. Just try to make it look a little more presentable. There's overspray on the hood from where it's been painted red 15 different times, and down there, and then this is some primer, but I guess it doesn't have to look perfect, and I can just leave the hood closed at the car show. So yeah, that's where we're at with this. Let's get to it. Alright guys, that just about does it for this video. Out of time for the day, and it's all cleaned up. On the next video, we're going to be going through all the mechanicals of this car, doing an oil change on it. I got the other exhaust manifold gasket for it. We're going to check all the ball joints, tie rods, lube everything up. Ball of lube! Check the tires. Just give it like a once over before the trip, and then I think we'll be ready to go. If you like this video, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys on the next one.